Here are some European and German things that make all Americans very, very jealous.
Howdy y'all, my name is Deanna and I'm from the US of A and I'm here to represent the American that's gonna feel jealous.
And my name is Phil and I am the German that will tell you about all of these amazing things that we have that all the Americans should be jealous of. Alright, so we did this video the other way around, all the things I was jealous of about the USA, and it was quite fun, so we're doing it this way now. And again, I have like 2 articles here on the laptop and we're just gonna start with it, right?
Let's react.
The first article is from the Odyssey Online. 10 things in Europe that Americans should be extremely jealous of.
I should feel this way? Well then I must.
And it's kind of funny, there weren't really articles Americans are jealous of, just they should be. So you tell me if they are. The first thing that you should be very jealous of is the metric system. And I like the description they said here. So the first sentence, don't know the next bigger unit? Just multiply by 10. In America though, there are 12 inches in a foot, 3 feet in 1 yard, 5,280 feet in a mile.
Yeah.
Water freezes at 32 degrees and boils at 212. And 16 ounces is in 1 pound.
Yeah, I don't know if jealous is, I think jealous is the right word. I think the metric system is easier. And why not just make it easier? I don't know why we unnecessarily complicate things. I think since living in Germany, I've adjusted to Celsius instead of Fahrenheit, and I'm starting to do it with the like the cooking units, cups and tablespoons and teaspoons and stuff. I'm starting to adopt like grams and liters. Why don't we just get on with the rest of the world?
So the jealousy is there.
The jealousy is a little bit there.
All right, metric system. 1 point for Europe.
Yeah, good reaction.
Okay, point number 2, why the Americans should be jealous of us Europeans is the ancient history.
What?
I guess the point is just that we have way longer and more history.
Yeah, I feel like jealous is the wrong word. Most US citizens came from another country, right?
That's a good point.
They came from other continents, so you probably have ancient history in those.
So it's their history too.
Yeah, it's their history too. You just moved your history to another continent.
That's a good point
and
too.
And so that's, I never understood that. I feel like you shouldn't feel jealous of the accomplishments of something else. That's the definition of jealousy, right?
If you're very interested in European history and stuff, you can look it up from everywhere.
Yeah, we have information. Like, learn about it. That's awesome.
All
Learn.
Right. History.
Yeah.
Not jealous.
No.
Next point I'm gonna get you because it's very important for the young American, the lower drinking age.
Oh gosh. I think if you were to ask 16-year-old Deanna if she's jealous, she would say absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like going to college and not legally being able to drink at 18 to 20.
Can't imagine how that must be.
That was a little bit of a struggle.
And you still drink though.
We can't say that. We didn't.
Oh no, nobody drinks under 21.
Nobody drinks under age.
Never. Just quick information, you probably know that about Germany, you can start drinking beer at 16, all the other alcohol, the harder one at 18. I don't know about all European countries, but it must nowhere older than 18, I think. I wonder how it is if there's a 16 rule. Let us know if you're from other European countries, what the rules are in your country. But
and if you're from America, are you jealous of the lower drinking age?
Yeah, I would be. All right, next point is gonna be the inexpensive, aka cheap and affordable medicine.
Really? Is it?
I think
healthcare and medicine are different, right?
Yeah,
we're separating those
medicine,
categories.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's cheaper or not. I haven't had to purchase a lot of medicine. Knock on wood.
So just for a little reference, medicine like prescription drugs and prescription drugs and non-prescription drugs are substituted by the state, I think. So you're not jealous? Let us know. I can see people with high medicine bills.
Yeah, I could see why you would be.
Next one I found interesting. I'm curious. So the point is that you should be jealous of just chocolate.
Chocolate?
Yeah, chocolate. European chocolate.
Maybe to a slight degree. I feel like jealous is such a strong word, so I don't use it very often.
Ritter Sport, Lindt.
Yeah, but the difference is like America, the United States is such a consumeristic country. We have international imports from all over. It's easier to access international products in the US than it is to access American products in Germany, I feel like. If I lived in the US, I would be a little jealous. There's this Rittersport, like, there's this like specialty holiday chocolate right now that I am digging. I'd be a little jealous.
Oh,
I'm not
and a funny thing that article said, did you know Nutella tastes different in America and Europe?
Does it?
Yeah, they said it tastes better in Europe.
We should do a test.
I do not
bring a bottle, a can from the US.
All right, next point is gonna be a free education.
I feel like I only know about the German system because of you. I don't really know about a lot of other European countries, so we can't really speak to that. But I would say I am jealous of any country where your merits and accomplishments, like your requirements, outweigh the other things.
The family,
the family. For example, how
much money?
How wealthy your family is, the legacy of if your parents or grandparents went to that college, that helps you get into a school. Money, your race, like there's so many factors in the US that I feel like is a little unnecessary. If you have the scores, it shouldn't matter. Anything else shouldn't matter.
I think, like it's free. If you're good enough, you can do it all the way, bachelor, master, doctorate, and basically not pay tuition. Next point is specialty food.
I don't know. Right now we're living in Europe, so I feel like I can't fully represent America on this, but I feel like if I was in the US right now, I would be jealous of a doner kebab.
Yeah,
and I would be jealous of langosh from Budapest. I don't know. We went to Budapest. I had it there. I still think about that meal, that little dish. Years later,
Hungarian langosh.
I freaking love it.
That's interesting. I did not expect that answer. Think about other things like gyros, crepes, sausages, gelato. Yeah, crepe, French crepe.
But I feel like those are very common in the US. Like you have a lot of Greek, you have a lot of French, you have a lot of Spanish food, but there are some things that haven't really made it mainstream over, so it's harder to find.
So except from the doner, I was surprised this was in there because I feel like the US has a huge selection of international foods everywhere.
You have immigrants
and I like that about the US.
Yeah.
Next time is the yearly vacation time.
Totally, dude. Totally.
Yeah.
I was working at a corporate job and I was working at a company that had better benefits than most big corporations and still not nearly as much time as you talk about and other people talk about. They have vacation time out the wazoo here. I don't understand. You can take like a month off and a holiday.
I did that.
Yeah, I don't. What? If I took more than a week at a time, people were like,
That's
no.
horrible.
I'm super jealous of that.
So, all right, the last point of this article I want to mention is the people. And it said, Europeans are known for their good looks, sexy accents.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Especially the Germans. It's known for having the sexiest of the accents. And overall welcoming culture.
Wow, that's hard to group the entire...
Feel free to insult.
It's hard to group the entire continent with that. I don't know. I'm also a person that isn't really jealous of other people.
Because you're perfect.
No, like I feel like it's not healthy. It doesn't help you in any way to compare yourself and to feel envious of someone else. I like a lot of European culture and customs and people, but I wouldn't say
like
overall
some
jealous.
of them.
Yeah,
Of course, so not really jealous. That's what I get from that. Quick interception, if you like this kind of video, please give us a thumb up, comment below, subscribe to the channel. Every interaction helps our small channel to grow and we really, really appreciate that. And if you even want to further support us, you can do that on patreon.com/Diana and Phil. We have different levels of benefits that you can get on there and every support is highly appreciated. But now back to the video. All right, let's go to the second article. It was actually a Quora thread.
Quora?
And it was actually somebody asked if Europeans are jealous of Americans, and it turned around pretty hardly. And there was some very interesting spots in there why the US should be jealous of Europe. Anyway, first thing they said was, I'm jealous that they don't need to worry about going bankrupt if they break a leg while they happen to be unemployed.
Hands down, yes.
Yeah, aka health insurance, medical costs.
I would love for an accurate comparison of like a leg break in Germany, for example, versus the US.
If you just happen to break a leg recently, let us know how much that was.
Yeah, but no, seriously, because in the US you still pay a premium every month and it's usually tied to the company you're working for.
So what you're saying, even with insurance, it's gonna be still expensive.
And it's so unnecessarily complicated. You have to find in-network providers, and is this covered? Is that covered? Sometimes I would go to a doctor's appointment and I wouldn't even know if I had to pay a copay. Ooh, I'm gonna get heated.
It's just a security thing. It makes life a little easier.
Yeah. For example, if I'm gonna have a baby in the US versus Germany, I wanna know in the US how much is that gonna cost. You can call different hospitals and stuff with your existing insurance and they can't give you an exact quote. Even if you say, here's the hypothetical situations, I'm there for 3 days, I have this, no complications, they can't give you one. That makes me mad. That feels scammy to me.
Yes, okay, so jealous of that.
Yes.
All right, the next one is I'm jealous that a EU passport enables you to work in different countries. Meaning in the EU, if you're a EU citizen, you can basically work in any country in the EU. It's not that hard.
I don't know if I'm jealous of that. I think it is a good pro, but I feel like if you're just thinking of that one-sided track, there's gonna be language barriers that probably come with it.
I'm a little surprised. I thought this is one of the best things that you can do here.
Really? Yeah. I mean, I see. Maybe I just can't conceptualize it enough to where it would apply to me. You still have to get the job. Like, you can't just go there and be like, I have this, give me a job.
Okay, so maybe you're jealous, not so much.
Yeah.
I love it. I think that's an amazing thing. Okay, so the next point is actually going with the one before, the medical costs, which you like to talk about.
Gets me heated.
If you, for example, have a baby, new mothers get extensive maternal leave. So not only having the baby is free of charge, you can stay at home for 1 or 2 years and even get paid during that time. It's 1 year, you get 66% of your salary, or 2 years, you get 33% for 2 years.
Yeah, I think that's a nice perk. You obviously have to have a job beforehand to get 66% of something, but I think that's one of the best things to have that option. I think in some companies you only get like 6 weeks, if that, and it's a little ridiculous to have such a little time after having a baby. Your body is recovering and stuff. I'm jealous of that.
Jealous of maternity leave? Maybe are you planning on something here?
We're gonna have babies. Is that for all of Europe?
Well, we're referencing Germany here for the most part. I don't know if it's the same in all the European countries. Probably not. If you know more about that, let us know. But we're comparing it to what we know.
Yeah, this is what we know.
Next one is I'm jealous that saying you are an atheist in Europe is not a big deal.
Can we generalize all of Europe with that? Maybe. I don't know if I'm jealous of that. I just don't agree with that statement. I think there are countries in Europe that will judge you hard. You can't just run around saying I'm atheist. So I don't know.
The next one is I'm jealous that their police are courteous and professional rather than militarized bullies aggressively looking for bad guys.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes there's a little too much responsibility of the police in the US. There's like a psychology prison guard experiment. I feel like that the United States sometimes is a giant prison guard experiment, and it's a little frightening at times. I haven't encountered anything in Germany, so I can't really speak to it. I know that people do say that in Germany there are issues.
Oh, there are definitely issues. They're most likely on a different scale, I think.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard for me to talk about, but I also am not denying that it's there, like in the US. So yeah, maybe a little jealous.
All right, I got 2 more short points that kind of belong together. And the first one is I'm jealous of European, especially German, cars.
I think a lot of people maybe. I don't know. I'm not really a car person.
Yeah, but there are so many car people in the US.
That's true.
Germany too, right?
I also think, you could probably get a lot of cars, right? They're just price pointed a little differently.
Yeah, I think they're more expensive here, so you shouldn't be jealous of that.
Yeah. There's more manual cars here.
Yeah.
Maybe you could be jealous of that. If you really want a manual car in the US, you have to kind of search for it a little bit if you want to get a used car.
But let's be honest, the 98% of the automatics, they will not be jealous of the manual cars here.
That's true.
I guess what they try to say is like the typical BMW, Audi, Mercedes, Porsche, all the
Volkswagen,
German brands. However, you can get them, right?
Yeah, you can get them.
Seat.
Can you get a Renault in the US?
I have not seen them at all.
So maybe you could be jealous of some of those.
Yeah, but the French brands are known to be a little less great.
I'm just saying, I see them more often here.
Yeah. I don't know if you should be jealous because if you like them, you can just buy one, right? BMW. Probably. So I don't know why you would be jealous of that.
You see them more often. If you like to visually see more BMWs, come to Germany.
But the point that I like even more, and the last one for this video, is the ability to live in a city without owning a car.
Yeah. Well, I think the only city really is like maybe New York City or Chicago if you're living like in the downtown area. But for the majority of the US, you do need a car. I just think public transportation is nice. It's a nice to have. It's just more convenient with public transportation.
And I think it's also amazing to have to own one of the most expensive things less.
Yeah, decrease your reoccurring expenses. No insurance, no car, no gas.
No depreciating expensive thing.
No depreciating asset.
Yeah, I think it feels freeing if you live in a city and you don't need a car. It makes it life a little happier.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I like it, so I am jealous of that.
All right, so those were our points why the Americans should be very jealous of the Germans and the Europeans, all the other Europeans, of course, as well.
We want to turn the question to you. Are you from somewhere outside of Europe, and are you jealous of any of these things? Because I think I'm speaking for mostly me, even though I'm representing America here.
All of America.
But yeah, are you jealous of any of these things?
Yeah, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
Anyway, these were fun to make. This is gonna be it for this video.
Yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye!
Big thank you to all of our Patreons. Your support means the world to us and makes a big difference. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.